No, in Babunia we visited the remand prison and the rehabilitation camp called Puntotam. We also visited Camp Joseph, but and we were given free access to every part of Camp Joseph. We didn't find any cells there. The armed forces tell us that they are not engaged in law enforcement activities of any sort, except when asked by the police in support of operations, but they don't themselves conduct arrests. So if that's the case, obviously we wouldn't find detainees there. And if they were in the past used in, we also visited in what's the name of the last place we visited? Trincomalee, that's right. In Trincomalee we visited the naval base, and we did see the secret detention, underground detention cells that have now been sealed because they're under a criminal investigation. Evidently, of course, no one denies that they were used in not too distant past for illegal and clandestine detention, and perhaps the people who went there are now counted among the disappeared. But we also visited detention cells for people who are, for soldiers or sailors who are disciplined, but we didn't find anybody in detention there. But in Vovonia, we, as I said, we visited the remand prison. That was one of those that was terrifically overcrowded, and the rehabilitation center in Putatam, that in terms of conditions was much better. But as I said in my prepared statement, we still have doubts about why, after so many years, people still have to go through rehabilitation if the state cannot file a charge against them. Oh, and by the way, we also visited several police stations and TID and CID holding places. But in Busa and in Colombo, we visited and were given access to detainees in those facilities. But in other places, we didn't find anybody.